Best friend, Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber family drama. We gotta talk about it, but before we do, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Sebastian, and I welcome you all with open arms. I do pop culture videos every single day, so if you're looking for a new messy best friend, you have found me. So why don't you grab a snack and a drink, hit that subscribe button, best friend, because we got to talk about Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber. By the way, best friend, we are only 100 away from 76,000. I would be so grateful if you helped me get there. And best friend, let's talk about this because professionals are chiming in on the fact that Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber have called it quits with their families. So listen, you guys didn't know Hailey Bieber did an interview with W Magazine, which I'm sure you do know, girl, because if you're on my channel, you know that I'm updating you every single day. But she did an interview with W Magazine basically saying that she has, stepped away from her family. Now, we know that her father is a hot ass mess, okay? We know her uncle's a mess. Everyone in that family, girl, is a damn mess, all right? But her father is very, very... I don't know how to say this I don't want to be insulting, but he's very special, okay? I mean, he's a very creepy guy on social media. He talks about being Christian, but then he adds this like weird Hollywood character, filled with conspiracies and just really random things, and just kind of stares at the camera and then cries on the camera and then asks for prayers for Justin and Hailey. I mean, it's a very, very messy situation to be, surrounding yourself with, especially when you're pregnant. So she has decided to take time apart from her family. And she even said, she is, she has a new family now that she's taking care of. So, she's giving herself space. But a professional is speaking out, and this is what she said. Hailey's quote was, "I'm not super close with my family at this point in my life because I feel like I'm very independent. I'm my own individual now, and I've built my own family." So that was her quote. But a professional is coming out, and she's saying, Susie Masterson, she is a BACP registered relationship coach and therapist, and she sat down with Hello Magazine and said, "Cutting ourselves off from our family is actually cutting off from ourselves." Susie adds, Hailey's choice to live apart from her family might seem the right move for her, but it could impact baby Bieber too. Severing a branch of our family tree also has an impact on our children, she says. Children form their identities by orienting around family members, seeing the similarities as well as the differences. It helps them make sense of life. While this can of course happen with chosen families, there will always be missing ingredients if they don't know both sides of their family, from genetics, culture, faith, likes and dislikes, and personality traits. Hailey's distancing herself from her family as she built her own unit is not uncommon though. Starting a family is a natural reflection point, one where we make all kinds of important decisions about the very nature of what it means to be a family. This can be both exciting and unsettling. Exciting in all the new things we are experiencing and in alignment with our partner. Unsettling because it requires us to reflect on our own experience of childhood, family dynamics, and complex, even in happy families. Add to the mix being part of an acting dynasty as Hailey Bieber is, there are likely additional layers of complexity. Susie continues that Justin and Hailey are likely creating a new kind of family with the impending arrival of baby Bieber. Our family of origin forms the blueprint for all of our relationships. When we leave our families to live independently, we get to review this blueprint and decide if it's still fit for purpose. If it's not, we can make updates. When you become a parent, you create your own meaning of what being a good parent should look like. Okay, best friend. So, I will say this, okay? I understand, and I'm not a professional at all, but I will say if your family is toxic as fuck, you are doing the right thing by getting away. I don't think that can create any drama with your baby. I think what will create more drama with the baby is if you continue to surround yourself with people who are toxic and people who add no positive value into your life. Now, I don't have a degree like Susie does, but that's just my opinion. Listen, she continues by saying this might not align with how you were brought up, which can raise questions about what you expect or want from your family as grandparents. If there is a rift between your family, starting with opening up about how you are feeling is a great place to start before cutting all ties completely, which can leave a lot of unanswered questions and resentments. Once you have communicated your feelings to them, that gives you the space and a clearer perception of what your next steps can be. I will say, listen, I'm not gonna sugarcoat this shit. I feel like, you know, you don't have to think in, I don't personally agree with Susie. Sorry, Susie. I know you are the smart one with the BACP, whatever, legally blonde, I don't know, girl with the degrees, Harvard law. But, you know, I just have to say it just goes down to, you know, very, very just easy sentences like, if they ain't bringing anything positive into your life, cut them out. If they are not valuing you, cut them out. If they are not respecting your boundaries, cut them out. Obviously, before cutting out, you might want to sit down and have a conversation, you know? And if you feel like the conversations are not getting anywhere and they're still not respecting your boundaries, then you do need to put some distance between you and them because you got to protect your energy. And in top of it, if you are bringing a baby into this world, you got to protect them above all costs. So you're not going to have them, you know, having her father asking people for prayers for their wedding, for their marriage. And then what is he going to also do? Leak the pictures to the press? I mean, you know, it's just, I don't think that it's a safe environment. If you don't feel safe, why are you going to bring a baby in it? Just because you think that the traditional grandparents and family, you know, relationship is the right one. That goes out the door whenever there is negative, you know, undertones to things. So what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments. Obviously, in a perfect world, it would be amazing for all the family to be together and the grandparents and everything. But if you yourself have an issue with your parents or with your sisters or brothers or whoever in your family, why are you going to bring a child into it? That's just what I think. But what do you all think? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Best friend, I bit my tongue and I keep biting it. Does that ever happen to you, bitch? I just want to... Anyways, girl, listen. I love you all so much. I'm so grateful and thankful for each and every one of you. I feel like today was like a lesson of like, I don't know, bitch. Like I feel like we were like in a therapy session. But it's the truth. I mean, listen. I've had to cut people out of my life. You know, you try and have a conversation. You try and adapt to them. You try and meet them halfway. But if they're not putting that same energy into meeting you halfway, into, you know, wanting to you know, to create a safe environment with you, what is the point? You know, they just don't deserve to be in your life. And as I get to know you guys as well, I've you know, talked to many of you guys who've had to even cut your parents out, and you tell me it's the hardest thing to do in the world, but you have to protect your peace. You have to protect your home, your safe place, your, you know, your family. And it's true. I mean, when you get married and you have babies, or, you know, you start creating your own family, and you got to protect them, you know, of all costs. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. I hope you guys have a fabulous day. And just remember, there is no shame in putting up boundaries. There's no shame in cutting people out, and there's no shame in speaking your mind, okay? Because if you don't, girl, nobody's gonna, okay? I love you all, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye.